Hi, I'm Dr. Johnna B, occupational therapist, educator, and researcher, and this is OT Translated, translating occupational therapy for everyday education. Today's topic, social skills in teens, and why so many teens are struggling post-COVID in an age of almost near constant tech interaction. If you've noticed teens who avoid group conversations, struggle with unstructured social time, get anxious about face-to-face interaction, or feel more fluent online versus in real life, you're not imagining it. These challenges are very real, and they're rooted in developmental disruption that many teens experienced during the pandemic. That layered with an increased digital dependence. But there's good news. OT-informed strategies can help to support our teens in rebuilding these essential social muscles, and we can do it in a way that feels natural, empowering, and not forced. Let's take a look at 3 approaches that you can try in your own practice right away. But first, let's start with some context. What happened exactly to the social development of our teens during the pandemic? For many teens, critical social learning windows were disrupted, especially in middle school and early high school for many of our teens. They had limited access to peer modeling, body language cues, and social problem-solving opportunities. Much of their interactions shifted to screens where tone, timing, and nonverbal feedback looks very different. As OT practitioners, we know that social skills aren't just about personality. They're complex, sensory motor, cognitive, and emotional processes that need to be practiced in context in order to develop. This means that many teens are still kind of catching up and feeling self-conscious about it. So instead of simply saying, get off your phone or just talk to more people, we need to scaffold the how of social interaction using the same OT principles that we use with any occupation. Let's dive into 3 concrete interventions that you can start using in your own practice. For teens who avoid socializing altogether or say, I never know what to say, here's where to start: micro interactions. What are micro interactions? They're quick, repeatable social exchanges that build familiarity and reduce anxiety. Examples include saying hi to one school staff member every morning, giving a compliment to one peer during a group activity, or asking a peer one low-pressure question during lunch. We know that routines are powerful, so the intervention is to create a micro-interaction routine. Identify one routine context, maybe it's morning check-in, art class, work. Work with the teen to create a menu of go-to phrases. Hey, how's your day going? That's a cool jacket. Where'd you get it? Need help with that? Practice role-playing and scripting beforehand. Or, better yet, create a short audio recording that they can replay and mentally rehearse the script. Use a visual or a sensory prompt as cues to initiate the script. Maybe it's a ring that they twist, or a pen in their pocket that they click, or just a gentle reminder on their phone. Here's why it works. We're removing the pressure to make friends or to be social, and instead building a library of practiced, comfortable interactions. These can then grow into confidence, fluency, and eventually more organic connections. Today's teens are often highly skilled communicators online. They're witty in text messages, they're expressive in memes, they're confident over Instagram DM. But those skills don't always transfer into in-person situations. Instead of demonizing tech, we can translate digital strengths into face-to-face skills. How do we do this? First, we want to help teens to identify what their digital strengths are. Are they great at crafting messages? Do they host online game nights? Are they active in fandom forums or on TikTok? Next, we want to help our teens to analyze what makes them feel successful online. Is it because they have time to think about how they want to craft their message before responding? Is it the fact that they enjoy using humor or visuals and emojis help them to express what they're thinking and feeling? Then we want to build in some real-world parallels. We might use visual cue cards to represent tone, just like they would with emojis. Or maybe we'll create some slow talk spaces where pausing is encouraged. Think like a turn-taking based conversation game. We'll practice using humor or storytelling as an entry point into conversation. Finally, we'll try some cross-context rehearsal. So rehearse an in-person introduction based on a digital interaction that they've already had. Afterwards, we'll reflect on that situation and talk about what felt similar or different to their online interaction. Why does this work? We're validating teens' existing skills and we're building bridges, not barriers, between their online and their offline selves. It's an affirming way to scaffold transference, not just compliance. Many teens are struggling not just with what to say, but how to feel safe while saying it. That's why this next strategy combines narrative rehearsal, interoception, and real-world occupation to help teens script, feel, and reflect on social moments. We can use the intervention of social story mapping with interoception to work on this. Have your teen choose a common social occupation or challenge that they face. Maybe it's joining a lunch group, or asking a classmate for help, or introducing themselves at a new club or a new group. Have the teen narrate the moment as if they're living it. I walk into a room, I feel my heartbeat faster, I look for a place to sit, I hear people laughing, I say, "Hey, mind if I join you?" Then prompt them to check in with their emotions and their physical sensations. What are you feeling right here? Where do you feel that in your body? What thoughts are coming up for you right now in this moment? Embed anchors and regulation strategies into that moment. I touch my zipper on my jacket to ground myself. I breathe in for 4 and out for 6 as I walk into the door. I imagine my words landing smoothly in the conversation like a paper airplane. Rehearse in a real setting, not just hypothetically. If you're working in a school setting, that means walking into the empty cafeteria and practicing saying the script while finding a seat to sit in. Why does this work? We're not just scripting words. We're supporting nervous system regulation, memory encoding, and emotional resilience through occupation-based simulation. When a teen says, "I'm just awkward," or "I'm bad at people," it's rarely about ability. It's about practice, safety, and the right kind of support. Social development is a sensory, emotional, occupational skill set, not just a personality trait. And for many teens, especially post-pandemic, they've missed core opportunities to build those skills in context. As OT practitioners, we're uniquely positioned to rebuild social connection through daily routines, to support emotional regulation during interaction, and to affirm teens' identities as they relearn how to show up and how to connect with others. Drop a comment below and share what's one social skill strategy that's helped your teen clients post-COVID. If this video gave you any new ideas, please hit like, subscribe, and share it with a caregiver, an educator, or a fellow OT practitioner. Thanks for translating occupational therapy with me, and I'll see you next time.